thought I'd do a quick review of the Anarchy Models HD Stencil system that I've been using to paint the Tau vehicles for my son in a tiger stripe pattern. It's been a while since I've done a review, and I thought, well, let's go ahead and take a look at this stencil system in case people are thinking of purchasing them. Now, the stencils come in packs and different sizes, that sort of thing. So I have the small tiger stripe pattern that I've been using. It comes with two different sheets. This is the pattern on the sheet, and then the large tiger stripe pattern is one large sheet, two sides. One is tiger striping like that, the other are straight, and it's the same here. Half are straight and half are just standard tiger stripes. Comes in a little plastic container there, and it's about £9 UK to purchase them. I got mine on a Kickstarter. I got a large batch of them. Now, these are different from the HS stencil system, which is the Anarchy Models, just regular stencils that you put down, airbrush, and that's the picture that's left on the model. This is sort of a reverse type of thing where these are self-adhesive stickers. They've got some stretch, they're pretty thick, but when you peel them off, you lay this down on the model, you paint over it, preferably with airbrush, but you could use a spray can. If you're really careful, you can use actual brush on paints. I have tried it, it does work. Then once you peel it off, what's left is the original color in that shape. So it's sort of the reverse of a regular stencil. They're very easy to apply. So let me pull one off, and you just peel them off and you stick them on. So here, I'll just do a random model. I have some here that I'm sort of halfway through. I'll peel it off later. So they just stick on. You do your, oops, I'm sorry, spray, and then when you're done, you just peel them off. Now, as for peeling them off, if they're really on there and the first time, you can use a little X-Acto blade, kind of get under it, be real careful not to scratch the paint. After a few times, even with a little toothpick, or there'll be some little edges, and I'll show you that in a minute. So they're really easy to get off. What I have found is they last between 4 and 6 uses, depending on how you use them. So things to be careful of when you use them: if you get paint sprayed underneath on the sticky side, it's not going to stick anymore. And if when you're laying them back down, or if you lay them onto a model, if you come across another place that's been painted, they seem to not stick as well the next time. That's just a perception. So as just a gauge of what you can do, I've used these two to do my son's towel so far. I'm in the middle of painting some of them right now. But what I have painted, let me move this up, is those are complete. This is what I've painted using it so far. And then this one, of course, and then these are mid paint, and I'll show you kind of what it looks like here in a second. So get this settled back down. Alright, so basically what I did is I'd paint them and I'd stick them back on here, and to keep them, this is a slick side, they stick really well back on there. I also stick them on the back side, and it works okay. Sometimes they will pull off a little of this paper, and you kind of use that, you lose that piece. One thing I've done to help extend the use of them is once a piece is no longer sticking, like right here, I'll just trim that off, and what's left is a smaller piece. So I have some really tiny pieces that I use on, small things like this now. What you see after time is this piece will no longer stick. So when I get rid of this one, I'll probably trim it off here, trim it off right here, and just use what's left sticking. This is what it looks like first use. And then these have been used several times. I think these two have actually, this is their 5th vehicle that these are on. Oops, I'm sorry, fairly durable. can be used multiple times. I think they give pretty darn good results. You could cut your own using Frisket film or some other kind of adhesive, but this is much easier. So then you just have to decide, is it worth £9, which I guess is roughly what, $14, $13, $14 US at this point. And so with this much use, and I still have these left to reuse, plus what's on there I can pull back on and reuse. I'll probably get about half of those because they're right at the 5 and 6 mark. Get all those back, so I could probably do a bunch more, but even so, I have this whole one to go. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 vehicles, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 to 15 vehicles, and I still have plenty of use out of this. Considering what we pay for our models, I think it's a pretty decent deal. What I can say is that from a consumer standpoint, they're very easy to use. They are fairly durable. I can get a lot of uses out of them. I can get 5 or 6 vehicles out of each sticker. A little bit pricey, but I think when it's all said and done, they are very well worth the price. So hope this gives you some idea of whether it's worth your time to look at these or not. I recommend them if you can afford them, but if you're in this hobby, I think $14 is probably not going to break the bank. It's 3 GW paint pots at this point. So that's all I got for here. Hopefully check these out, try them, and tell me if you like them.